Ivy, a fearless explorer with an insatiable curiosity for the unknown, stumbled upon an old map leading to the heart of the Whispering Woods. Ivy is a spirited adventurer with a spark of curiosity that knows no bounds. Her eyes, a vibrant shade of emerald, mirror the untamed beauty of the forests she loves to explore. Her hair, a rich auburn, cascades in waves that catch the sunlight, reflecting her fiery determination. She moves with a grace that belies her boldness, each step taken with the confidence of someone who embraces the unknown. Ivy's attire is practical yet charming, a leather satchel filled with maps and tools, sturdy boots for the rugged terrain, and a compass that hangs from her neck, always pointing her towards her next adventure. The ancient parchment, worn and faded with age, depicted a winding path through dense foliage and towering trees. At the end of the path, it showed a hidden clearing guarded by a great oak, its gnarled branches stretching towards the heavens like reaching arms. The map promised that within this sacred grove lay a treasure of untold riches and power, hidden away for centuries. The very idea sent a shiver of excitement down Ivy's spine, and she knew she had to find it. Despite warnings from the villagers about the dangers of the forest, Ivy ventured deeper and deeper into the heart of the Whispering Woods. The air grew cooler and more mist clung to the trees as she followed the map's directions. The trees around her seemed to close in, their branches twisting together like the fingers of a giant's hand. The eerie whispers that gave the woods their name grew louder, and Ivy couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The Whispering Woods are an ancient, mystical forest that seems to breathe with a life of its own. As Ivy ventures deeper, she notices the canopy above forms a tapestry of green, with sunlight filtering through in ethereal beams, casting dancing shadows upon the forest floor. The air is thick with the scent of moss and earth, a fragrant reminder of the wood's timeless existence. The trees stand tall and proud, their trunks wide and covered in layers of ivy and lichen, giving them an almost regal appearance. The underbrush is a tangle of ferns and shrubs, and the path is littered with fallen leaves and twigs that crunch softly underfoot. Every so often, a break in the foliage reveals a stream, its crystal-clear waters babbling over smooth stones, adding a gentle melody to the wood's whispered secrets. The deeper parts of the forest are shrouded in a perpetual twilight, where the trees grow so close together that they block out the sky. It's in these quiet, shadowy recesses that the woods truly come alive, with the rustling of leaves and the occasional glimpse of woodland creatures darting through the undergrowth. The whispers are more pronounced here, as if the trees are communicating in a language only they understand, discussing the fate of those who dare to wander their sacred grounds. The Whispering Woods are a place of beauty and mystery, a natural wonder that invites adventurers like Ivy to explore its depths, while also reminding them to respect its ancient power. Just as she began to question her decision, she came upon a towering ancient oak with a deeply carved face. The leaves rustled gently in the breeze, and a gentle voice called out to her. "Who goes there?" Ivy spun around, her heart pounding in her chest. Standing before her was an ancient tree spirit named Rowan. "You are not welcome here," Rowan warned her, his voice grave. "The shadow lurks nearby, and it grows ever closer." Rowan, the ancient tree spirit of the Whispering Woods, is a majestic and venerable figure. His towering form is that of an old oak tree, with a wide, sturdy trunk that has stood the test of time. The bark is rough and grooved, etched with the patterns of countless years, and his branches reach out like the arms of a wise elder, offering both shelter and guidance. His leaves, a shimmering silver white, are a stark contrast to the deep greens of the surrounding forest, marking him as a being of ancient magic and power. They rustle with a sound like soft whispers, carrying the secrets and stories of the woods. Rowan's face is deeply carved into the trunk, with wise, knowing eyes that seem to peer into the very soul. These eyes are pools of tranquility, reflecting a calm understanding of the world he has observed for so long. His mouth, often set in a somber line, speaks with a voice that resonates like the wind through the leaves, both gentle and commanding. Despite his imposing presence, there is a kindness to Rowan that can be felt by those who approach with respect. He is a guardian of the forest, a keeper of its lore, and a guide to those who seek the truth amidst the shadows. His aura is one of ancient wisdom, and his counsel is sought by all who know of his existence. Ivy took a step back, her courage wavering. "I am only seeking the treasure," she stammered. "I mean no harm." Rowan studied her for a long moment before nodding slowly. "Very well," he said at last. "You may pass, but know this. The path ahead is fraught with danger. Only by using your wits and your heart can you hope to survive." With that, he disappeared into the foliage, leaving Ivy alone with his words echoing in her ears. She took a deep breath and continued down the path, her determination stronger than ever. The trees grew taller and more twisted, their branches tangled in an eternal dance. The air grew colder and mist swirled around her feet, obscuring the way forward. As she walked, she could sense something watching her from the shadows, a presence that made the hairs on the back of her neck stand on end. Just when she thought she couldn't go any further, she stumbled upon a mystical enclave, hidden away from the prying eyes of the world. It's a circular space, embraced by the forest's oldest trees, whose trunks are as wide as houses and whose branches intertwine high above to form a natural dome. The ground is a carpet of soft, vibrant moss that cushions every step, and the air is still, as if the clearing is holding its breath. The massive stones that stand sentinel around the clearing are ancient megaliths, each one taller than 2 men and covered in a patina of lichen and moss. The symbols carved into them are relics of a forgotten language, their meanings lost to time, but their power still palpable, thrumming in the air like a heartbeat. At the center, the pedestal is a masterpiece of stone craft, its surface smooth and unyielding. The crystal atop it glows with an inner light, pulsating gently, casting prismatic colors that dance across the clearing. It's as if the crystal is alive, singing a silent song of the ages. The atmosphere in the clearing is one of reverence and awe, a place where the veil between worlds is thin and the ancient magic of the earth is strongest. It's a place of power and potential, where anything seems possible and every whisper could be the start of a new legend. The treasure. But as she reached for it, a low growl echoed through the clearing, and a shadowy figure emerged from the trees. It was a giant wolf, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light. It snarled at her, revealing rows of sharp, blood-stained fangs. "I warned you," Rowan's voice whispered in her ear. "The shadow approaches, what will you do?" The wolf that emerges from the shadows of the Whispering Woods is a formidable and otherworldly creature. Its massive form looms over Ivy, with fur as dark as the night sky and a presence that chills the air around it. The wolf's eyes are like 2 glowing embers, piercing through the darkness with an intelligence and intensity that is almost human. Its snarl is a terrifying sound, filled with a primal ferocity that echoes through the clearing. The wolf's fangs are like daggers, sharp and stained with the evidence of its predatory nature. As it moves, its powerful muscles ripple beneath its thick coat, each step deliberate and full of menace. Despite its fearsome appearance, there is a certain majesty to the wolf. It carries itself with the confidence of a creature that knows its power, its every movement exuding a sense of ancient and untamed wildness. This is no ordinary wolf. It is a guardian of the forest, a being that exists between the realms of myth and reality. The giant wolf lunged at her, its claws swiping through the air. Ivy dodged to the side, her heart pounding in her chest. She knew she had to think quickly. The wolf circled around her, its body low to the ground, its muscles tense. It growled again, revealing even more fangs. Ivy reached into her pocket and pulled out a handful of berries, which she scattered across the ground. The wolf's attention was momentarily diverted as it snapped up the berries, giving Ivy enough time to sprint forward and grab the crystal from the pedestal. As her fingers touched the crystal, a burst of energy surged through her body, and the wolf disappeared in a cloud of shadowy mist. The mist cleared, revealing Rowan standing before her once again. "You have bested the shadow," he said, his voice filled with admiration. "You have proven yourself worthy of the title guardian of the Whispering Woods. From this day forward, the forest shall be yours to protect." And with that, he vanished back into the trees, leaving Ivy alone with the knowledge that she had earned not only the treasure, but also the trust and respect of the ancient tree spirit Rowan. As she made her way back through the woods, the trees parted to allow her passage, and the creatures that lived there seemed to bow before her. A newfound sense of peace and belonging filled her heart, and she knew that she would always be welcome in the Whispering Woods. She returned to her village a changed woman, her eyes shining with wisdom and her step light with purpose. News of her adventure spread quickly, and soon everyone in the village sought her out for advice and guidance. Years passed, and Ivy became a beloved leader and a guardian of the forest. She built a small hut near the edge of the woods, close enough to keep an eye on the village, but far enough to find solace in the embrace of Rowan's ancient tree. It was there that she spent her days, tending to the needs of her people and listening to the whispers of the forest, always ready to offer counsel and protection when called upon. The treasure she had found long ago was forgotten, buried deep within the earth, its power now used only to protect and nurture the very woods that had given it life. And as for Rowan, she knew that he would always be with her, watching over her shoulder, guiding her steps and reminding her of the ancient truths that lay hidden in the shadows of the Whispering Woods. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it.